Welcome to Fukuoka, Japan. We're standing at one of the country's most revered Shinto shrines, Dazaifu Tenmangu. As you pass beneath the torii gate and onto the shrine's sacred grounds, a tourist information center greets you, a gentle invitation to pause and learn more about this remarkable place. To one side, you'll notice visitors quietly lining up, each cradling a small, beautifully bound book. They are collecting goshuin, hand-drawn calligraphy stamps, inked and unique to every shrine you visit. For some, they are a cherished souvenir. For others, something far more personal. A sacred record of pilgrimage, a growing tribute to every holy place their feet have carried them through. Each stamp is its own small work of art, a moment made permanent. The first thing that draws your eye is a bronze statue of a reclining ox near the entrance. Legend says that when Michizane died, the ox pulling his funeral cart stopped at this very spot and simply refused to move. A sign, people believed, that this was where he was meant to be buried. The ox became sacred. You'll see visitors gently reaching out to touch its head, its horns, its body, believing it brings wisdom, clarity, even healing. Dazaifu Tenmangu was built to honor one person, Sugawara no Michizane, a scholar, poet, and statesman who lived during the Heian period. Michizane rose through the imperial court on merit alone, becoming one of Emperor Uda's most trusted advisors. Brilliant, principled, deeply respected, but in a world where power was everything, his success made him a target. In 901 AD, the powerful Fujiwara clan had him falsely accused of plotting against the throne. No trial, no evidence. He was stripped of his rank and exiled. Here, to Dazaifu, far from Kyoto, far from his family, far from everything he had built. He spent his final 2 years in poverty and isolation. He died, a broken man. And then something happened that no one could explain. Kyoto began to suffer. Plague, drought, and lightning struck the imperial palace. His accusers died suddenly, one by one. People believed it was Michizane's spirit, restless, seeking justice. The court that had cast him out in disgrace grew desperate. They posthumously pardoned him, restored his honors, and eventually they did something remarkable. They elevated him to the status of a god. Tenjin, the Shinto deity of learning, literature, and thunder. A shrine was built over his grave. What began as fear slowly transformed into reverence. And today, Dazaifu Tenmangu stands as the head of approximately 12,000 Tenjin shrines across all of Japan, welcoming around 8 million visitors every year. A man exiled in disgrace is now worshipped by millions. History is not always kind, but time has a way of reshaping legacy. We cross the arched Taiko-bashi bridges. Below, the pond shimmers with koi, vivid oranges, whites, and golds gliding calmly beneath the surface. There are 3 bridges that span along the pathway. It's said that these 3 bridges represent the past, the present, and the future. Walking across them is a small act of transition, leaving behind what was and moving toward what will be. Near the entrance, you'll see a small water pavilion, the Temizuya. Here, visitors pause to rinse their hands and purify themselves before stepping deeper into the shrine. It's not something you have to do, but many choose to, as a quiet moment of respect before entering sacred ground. The Heiden, or the main prayer hall, stood in front of us. Ornate carvings. A sweeping roof in classic Shinto style. This is where people come carrying something unseen. A hope, a wish, a silent request offered without words. During exam season, the intensity here is palpable. Students stand with their eyes closed, their focus absolute, praying for clarity and courage to succeed. There are the omikuji counters, where visitors draw fortune slips at random, each one revealing a glimpse of what lies ahead. The good fortunes are carefully folded and kept, tucked away to be carried home. The less favorable ones are tied onto designated racks, left behind as if releasing the weight of that bad luck into the wind. Off to the side is the Treasure Hall, a museum housing scrolls, calligraphy, historical documents, and artifacts that span centuries. It's quieter here, more contemplative. A chance to understand the weight this one scholar-poet has carried through Japanese history. Wandering deeper into the grounds, the atmosphere shifts. The crowds thin. The air cools. You find yourself among smaller auxiliary shrines, tucked quietly in what feels like the backyard of the complex, each one dedicated to its own kami, each holding its own still presence. In the wooded area beyond, you come across a sign that reads simply, "The trees listen." In Shinto belief, sacred spirits are thought to dwell within the natural world, within trees, stones, rivers, and mountains. The forest here is not just scenery, it is part of the shrine itself. Standing among those towering trunks in the quiet stillness, you begin to notice a subtle sense of presence all around. Scattered throughout are stone monuments, each inscribed with poetry or dedications. One honors Ono no Otonari, a court official who remained loyal to Michizane during his exile, defying the political climate to stand by a friend unjustly disgraced. His monument here is a tribute to something this shrine holds just as dearly as scholarship: loyalty and moral courage. Dazaifu Tenmangu is more than a shrine. It is a story of injustice transformed into reverence, of a mortal man becoming a god, of scholarship and poetry enduring across 1100 years. Whether you come to pray for exam success, to trace the footsteps of history, or simply to wander through the plum groves and let the trees listen, this place offers something rare, a connection to the past that still breathes, still matters, still moves people. Places like this aren't just destinations, they're experiences. And that's exactly what we're here to share. Real places, real moments, and the stories that make them worth discovering. We'll see you in the next one.